We are very, very pleased as Punch to bring to you So Blank You'll Blank 12. It's not a mistake, it's an adventure. This is the first time ever LT has tried to do a virtual improv show. Fun fact, they tried to do a virtual improv show in 1986, but the internet hadn't been invented yet, so it was just people shouting at the dark. We are doing 3 shows tonight, one at 7, one at 8, and one at 9 p.m. It'll be the same link for all 3 of them. And then we're going to do 3 shows tomorrow night as well. There'll be a new link that we will send out via email, via Instagram, and via One-Eyed Raven. Nothing that you're about to see, except for this horrible speech, has been scripted. They have practiced the games before, but they've never done... they've practiced the games before, but they've never done it with these characters or these situations. Without further ado, we're going to get things going in just a second. We may be having some technical difficulties, so I'm going to pause for just a second. You gotta love this. This is great. Sorry, everyone. Why isn't it working? All right, we're experiencing some technical difficulties. No, it says we're still streaming live, guys. I don't know what the deal is. Pause for 1 second. All right. I am getting notification from people outside of LT that they can see us okay. I'm going to check with my co-director, Lawrence, who I think is watching. This. All right, my wife says it is working, so I am gonna go ahead and go for it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna introduce the actors from our first show tonight. We have 6 actors taking the stage for us. Will Dylan Bart, Charlie Busker, Natalie Holm, Logan Listina, Cassidy Monty, and George Negovanovich, please come out and say hello to everybody watching at home. There they are. Oh my God, how embarrassing. They all wore the same thing. All right, you guys are going to start out by playing a game that we call Tells This Better. You know, it's funny, audience. I was actually, right before the show started, Sarah O'Reilly, you are also, no, you're not, Sarah. What are you talking about? Oh, and Sarah O'Reilly. Sarah O'Reilly, get in there. I'm sorry. Who did I pull? I pulled up somebody wrong.
George A's not supposed to be
George
here.
A's not here. I did the wrong thing. Gosh darn it. This is just a great show. All right. But before we started tonight, Charlie, as we all know him affectionately as Chusker, was telling me about this. He was in the White Hen Drive-In earlier today, not White Hen, White Castle drive-through. Charlie, you go ahead. You tell me. You tell the story.
All right. So earlier today, I was pulling into the White Castle drive-through with the homies, you know, Logan, Dylan, you know, the whole shebang. And we looked, you know, we pulled up to the register to get our sliders, and we noticed something very particular about the window area. Dylan, would you like to explain? I mean, you were there.
Yeah, of course. God, it was the weirdest thing. The window area. Okay, so you know how normal windows look. You can see through them, right? These windows, you couldn't see through. They were all blacked out. It was the weirdest thing. Like, you wouldn't expect a White Castle to have blacked out windows. But like, so we decided to get out of the car, and then we went into the building just to see what was going on. And I think Sarah was in the building. She can tell this part a lot better.
Yeah, so I'm in the building because I like had drove through earlier and there was like black windows and I was like, what's going on? So I'm talking to this lady, like who's the cash register, who just so happened to be Natalie Holm. And we're like, hey Natalie, what's going on? Why are the windows black? And Natalie comes out with like 20 like White Castle sliders in her arms, and she's just like, I'm so sorry, guys. Well, she can tell you what she said.
Yeah, so I work at the White Castle in my free time. And, all these walls had to be blacked out. And I come out with the sliders to, like, say sorry. And the thing is, we had to tint the windows because a lot of people have been trying to steal from us, kind of like Hamburglar wannabes. Anyways, I'm trying to tell them about this situation. And I show them some security footage. And they recognize someone. They say it's their friend Cassidy. But I think she tells us better.
Yeah, so, they were all like, hey, that's Cassidy. And they caught me. I was the one stealing all these White Castle food and everything. And they're like, what is she doing? Why is she doing this? Like, she has enough White Castle. Like, she has enough money to buy White Castle. But there was actually a secret reason. And they also saw Logan. Logan was my accomplice. And he knows what happened and why I was doing this.
Well, you see, White Castle sliders are disgusting, and we wanted to save the world from White Castle sliders, so we had to steal all of them. So we weren't stealing the sliders for our own benefit. We were just on a crusade to save the world from White Castle and their disgusting sliders. And if we go to jail, that's fine, but we'll be martyrs for our cause.
Yeah, the live stream stopped. We're trying to go live again.
Yeah.
Ah!
It's okay. You're doing great. Take deep breaths.
Doing great.
Ah. Okay.
We love you, Kale.
I clicked on the stream and I kept clicking. It was just the video of us like getting into it at like 6:40.
Yeah.
Okay, hold
Going
on.
great.
It's not a mistake.
It's an adventure.
Where did it go?
I do have a question for that game, though. Do we stop after one go around? Or...
No.
No? Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Keel is the judge, jury, and executioner in all cases.
I can hear my parents watching in the other room.
I think we're live now.
Woo!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it never is.
I can hear my parents watching in the other room.
I think we're live now. All right. It's never a dull moment, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now I've heard Cassidy say I can hear my parents watching in the other room 4 times. Okay. So we got off to a bit of a rocky start, but we're going to keep things going. These 6 actors just played a fun game called I got to turn the okay. So we got off to a bit of a rocky start, but we're going to keep things. Had the volume up on my own Facebook page as I was trying to do the show. That didn't work out so well. All right. We're going to play a new game. Like we said earlier, none of this, not even the technology, has been scripted or done before. So we're going to play a game that's very apropos to the world that we are living in. Actors, I need 2 of you to jump forward to play a scene for me, to do a scene for me. I need 2 of you. We're going to take Sarah and Dylan. Sarah and Dylan, everybody else can mute themselves down. This is a game that we started playing, ripped out of the headlines of all the Zooms that we've been doing lately. It's a game called You Froze. All righty. In the game of You Froze, these two are going to have a regular conversation over Zoom or FaceTime or Skype or whatever outdated mode of communication they choose to use. But every so often, as is the case in the internet age, one of them is going to tell the other that they froze. When that happens, the other person has to change the last thing they said and take the scene in a bit of a different direction. All right, actors. One of you has checked in with your teacher here during your afternoon Vita Plana time to try to see about boosting your grade since it's the last week of the semester, and that seems like something you should do.
All right, Mrs. O'Reilly, I really need to get my grade up. I know that I'm doing poorly, but I don't know what I can do. Can you please just help me get back on track and just let me know if I can manage to do well on anything else?
Look, Mr. Bart, I really don't know. Like, it's high school. This is the last week. If you failed, you failed. Like, there's not much I can say. Just final exams coming up. Are you prepared?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that again? You kind of froze. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, of course. I said final exams coming up. Did you study at all?
Yeah, of course I studied. Who do you think I am? An incompetent student?
Sorry, froze.
No, I didn't study. I kind of have a problem with that.
Sorry, you keep freezing.
I didn't study too much. I studied some, but yeah, probably not enough to like get a passing grade. But like, I'm really trying my hardest here. So if you could like cut me a little bit of slack, like.
Well, since this is like English class, I'm sure that there's really something you could do. Like maybe you could write a poem or
Sorry, you froze.
maybe you can write an essay on David Thoreau. Henry David Thoreau.
Sorry, who was that? You froze. Your audio got really weird.
Maybe you can write an essay on Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's
maybe.
a little known fact. English teachers give out extra credit for essays on Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, no way. That is awesome. Thank you so much. I will make sure to get right on that.
Sorry, you froze. You'll do what?
I will start that when I have time.
Oh, I mean, of course, but it is the last week. You really need to hurry.
Yeah, I know. I'm working through this. It's something that I'm gonna make sure to complete as soon as I can.
What? You're gonna complete it when?
I'm gonna complete it the day before finals, so I can turn it in.
When are you gonna complete it?
I'm gonna complete it right after I get out of this Zoom meeting because I want to be prepared for finals.
Good, very good, very good. Diligent student. I feeling that A+ coming right away.
I applaud your diligence as soon as you're done with a Zoom meeting on the Friday night. All right, give me 4 actors, please. The other 4 actors can jump right on in. Fantastic. There's only 4 of you. You don't have to volunteer now, Chusker. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to play a little game called Excuses. For this, I need 1 actor to jump into a breakout room. Nose goes. Oh, that was Natalie. Sorry, Natalie. You were the slowest one to touch your nose. So I'm going to put Natalie into a breakout room. Now, what's going to happen here? Natalie's not going to hear us. And so I'm going to throw her into the breakout room. Natalie's gone. Once Natalie is officially gone into the breakout room, there we go. One of these 3 actors is going to be Natalie's boss. The other 2 are 2 of Natalie's favorite coworkers. The boss is going to be super upset because Natalie is late once again, and she better have a good excuse. Now, the other actors behind her coworkers, are going to have to provide the excuse. Tell Natalie, get Natalie through pantomime. Try to get Natalie to say who she was with, where she was, and what activity she was partaking in. Who's feeling chatty tonight? All right, Cassidy was first up. Cassidy, you're going to be the angry boss. That means it's up to Chusker and Logan to save Natalie's job and your own jobs at the same time. All right. You guys are going to have to get the boss or get Natalie to tell you that she was with Ellen DeGeneres on the edge of the Grand Canyon. Charlie looked confused. Ellen DeGeneres on the edge of the Grand Canyon. And the two of them were fighting off everyone's favorite half goat, half demon monster, Christmas Krampus. All right. They were fighting off half goat, half demon Krampus on the edge of the Grand Canyon with Ellen DeGeneres. I'm going to close the breakout room. And here she comes. Take it away, Cassidy.
All right, you two. If Natalie's late once again, so if she doesn't provide a good excuse, you're all fired because you guys are like best friends with her. So you know what? You should maybe help her out because I'm done with her. I'm done. Natalie, late again.
I'm sorry. I promise I have a good excuse.
Oh, really? Okay. Then who are you with?
Well, it's kind of a long story.
Oh, really? Yeah.
They're
I'm waiting.
very talkative. So you could understand how I would be late.
Yeah, talkative. Okay. So like what were they talking to you about? Or what like who? Can't you just name a name?
You know, it's a really long story. They use a lot of wild hand gestures when they talk. They're a very effervescent personality. I like to spend a lot of time with them. So
right. Do they talk like a lot during the daytime, or is it like?
You know, they are a daytime TV host.
Yeah, like who then?
Well, they're always very done up. You know, like
yeah,
like to touch their hair. Very into that. You know, talk show hosts. They're kind of full of themselves.
Right. I mean,
another reason why it takes so long for me to get into work after I've been talking with them.
Sometimes, I mean, like, are they like, you know, I mean, do they talk to famous people? Like, what? I don't understand. Like,
they do talk to famous people. I'm just like friends on the side of them. We've got a mutual friend. You know how it is. Sometimes they get really angry, and sometimes they like really, really get into it and love the people they're talking with.
I mean, like, okay, I've never really seen this person angry. So.
Oh, well, I guess they've got a temper off to the side.
I mean, do they like? Are they like? You know, do they like? Are they really funny, or I mean?
Oh, I would say so, for sure.
Have they gotten into like any like kind of like scandalous things lately?
Well, Ellen has.
That's who you.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay. So now, what were you doing? Where were you?
Well, it's a very like angular, structural.
Angular, structural. Okay, you got to give me more than that.
Well, you know, it's very windy.
Windy.
Yeah, and kind of like a tumultuous environment. People.
So it's like outside.
Yeah, it is outside, and sometimes it's very warm there.
Very warm. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
is it like kind of high up?
Yeah, I would definitely say so. It's like a building.
A building? I don't really believe that. I don't think it's a building.
I figured.
I don't know. Like that's not an excuse. So I don't think you're at a building.
Seemed a little more realistic.
Yeah.
It was outside, and it comes in a lot of different shapes. We were at like a pool.
Okay, so like, do you mean it's like structured, kind of like weird, like it's maybe not even man-made?
Not man-made, no.
It's like natural.
Yeah, it's totally natural. Kind of like
where's this natural place? Just give me a name.
National parks. It's like a lake.
I don't think there's any water kind of nearby. I don't believe that.
I'm sorry. I just, you know, it is a natural structure. It's very high up. It's like mountainous.
I mean, is it like were you even here in Illinois, or were you like somewhere in the South or something?
No, we were in the South, Ellen and I.
Yeah.
it is super high up, so I guess that
I
messes.
mean, isn't it?
But
I feel like it has to be a really well-known place. Like people come from all over to see it.
people do come from all over.
I mean, wouldn't you say it's kind of almost like grand?
Yes. The geyser.
No, you weren't at a geyser. You weren't at a geyser. I mean, isn't it kind of like mountainy? And it's kind of like in
yeah, it's like Niagara Falls.
no. I don't believe you. I said there's no water. You weren't there, I don't think. I mean, isn't it in like, I'm pretty sure it's in Arizona, right? I think you were in Arizona.
Oh yeah, we were at the Grand Canyon.
Yeah. See, I believe that. Okay.
No, I should have just.
I'll let you off if you just tell me what you were doing.
Yeah, so Grand Canyon, there are so many interesting things to do.
Yeah.
We were definitely around animals. But once again, it's so high up that like it kind of messes with your head.
Yeah, I mean, like,
jogging my
I
memory.
feel like we're definitely doing something kind of weird, like not many people, I don't know, just kind of peculiar, I feel like because it's Christmas time, so maybe, I don't know, I'm trying to help you out here, because
I know.
like
We have some
Black Rock.
peculiar hobbies,
Yeah. So like, do you think it was had something to do with like the season, like?
Yes, it did. It was definitely very holiday themed. We totally get into it. We're super festive, and it was kind of scary.
Kind of scary, yeah.
Very scary.
Definitely very scary. There was a lot of creeping around with large sacks. We were there were gifts in the sack.
Gifts, okay.
There were children in the sack. There are children in the sack.
Yeah, children.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes
I don't understand why you had to have children in a sack. Like that's something I should just fire you for
I
now. But
I just kind of go along with it. It was
okay.
kind of like
idea.
Grinch situation.
No, I don't think it was the Grinch.
I'm gonna give you a Grinch situation. It's a tough one there, Natalie. You were with Ellen DeGeneres on the edge of the Grand Canyon fighting off Krampus, the half goat, half demon monster that comes out on the eve of St. Nicholas Day.
Naturally,
yeah, but that's why you were late, right? It's a valid excuse.
Yeah, totally.
It's legit. All right, give me 3 people. I need 3 people. 1, 2. All right, we're gonna go with Logan, Sarah, and Dylan. Come on in. Everybody else can shrink on down. You guys are gonna do one of my favorite games from the days gone by, from years gone past. It's a game called Oscar Winning Moment. In the game of Oscar Winning Moment, these 3 actors, they're gonna act out a scene from a movie, but whenever I interrupt and tell them to, they are going to launch into a melodramatic, over-the-top monologue about whatever it is they're speaking, all right? They're gonna use their cameras to do a forced close-up, the kind of thing that you would win an Oscar for, all right? So here comes your film. I hope you're ready for this one. It sounds really good. A trio of next-level mathematicians solve crime the only way they know how, with formulas, protractors, and an occasional kick to the rhombus. Join us for Charlie's Angles.
It's time to get mathin', boys.
Let's do this.
There are some murders that need solving. And if there's one thing I love doing, it's solving.
Yeah. Crime in this city doesn't measure up to the amount of heroics we can do. So we gotta narrow it down so they're equal.
We're gonna divide crime in half.
Yeah.
First, we gotta solve this mystery. The mystery of the Pythagorean theorem bullet.
Whoa. That's a tough one.
Now, you all know the Pythagorean theorem?
Of course.
Yeah, who doesn't? Can we even consider ourselves mathematicians if we don't know Pythagorean theorem? Come on.
Of course you can't.
Ha.
All good mathematicians know Pythagoras.
I believe that's A to the second power plus B to the second power equals C to the second power. Now using that,
You're exactly right.
we know the bullet traveled C distance. We know A and we know B. Now, if it hit
Alrighty.
this guy here at point T,
Yes, and if we find the distance, we'll be able to calculate the speed and formula to figure out what kind of gun the bullet was shot from.
I see what you're getting at. All right, so let's get calculating.
Ding. Dylan, calculating.
Calculating. When I was a young lad, it was all I did back at my little farmhouse in rural Arizona. We didn't have calculators back then, and I went to a all boys schoolhouse, so naturally I had to memorize what I could do because the rest of my classmates clearly weren't suited for math. But anyway, calculations have been a big part of my life ever since I moved to the city. And now that I've joined the Angles, it's just incredible that I can do all of these amazing calculations in my head. And I have everyone to thank for my brilliant upbringing back home.
Don't worry, Dylan. No one can beat us.
Ha!
That's right.
Exactly.
You're one of the Angles now. And us Angles, we're just right.
Yes, 90 degrees of pure perfection.
Crime is obtuse, and we gotta make it right again.
That's
No
right.
one is more acute than the Angles.
Come on.
All right. So using the C or the B angle here, where the dead body was located, I can determine that it was in fact shot from the Washington Monument, as we are in Washington, D.C.
Ding.
Oh.
Washington Monument.
The Washington Monument. When I was a boy, my father, he took me to D.C. and he said, this monument, this was our nation's founder. And I said, Father, why is it just a straight rectangular prism with a triangle on top? Was this man a pencil? And he said, no, boy, you're going to learn to respect your founding fathers. And he took me to the Museum of History and American History, and he said, now look at this wig right here. Your founding father wore it, and now you're gonna wear it. And he put it on my head, this old wig. And I was like, Father, no, I hate hair. I hate it. And from that day forward, I vowed I would never have hair again. I would just do math.
It's okay. You shave every day. You shave your head. You're completely bald. It's all right. The fear is gone.
You don't have anything to worry about. Hair
I just want my
is in
head
the
to be a
past.
sphere. That's what makes sense to me.
I can see that. It really does make sense. And I think your head looks perfect the way it is.
Guys, we're getting a notification from one of our field agents. Apparently, our calculations were off. The distance of B is actually 38 and not 36.
No, how could we? This puts the whole case in jeopardy.
This is just like the last case all over again. We can't do this. We can't go back to eighth
Math
grade
jail. No, our
Right.
reputations can't be ruined like this again.
It's time to put our pencils down because this test is over.
All right.
We can do it. All right. We just have to change our calculations. We just gotta erase what we had before, and we can start over completely.
All right.
Someone get out a whiteboard.
This is gonna be easy.
Whiteboard.
Whiteboards. Before I was part of the Angles, it was my job to erase whiteboards, and that's how I became so good at math. I would erase the crummy formulas that were on there and fix them. Because high school students can't do math for anything. It's true. But I learned slowly but surely. I learned math, and then I applied for the angles. And the angles told me, you are more than just a whiteboard eraser. You are an angle. And that was the day I knew that I was smarter than an 8th grader, and I could solve these problems.
That you
Yeah.
are.
Just like an erase board, we can never forget our history.
Exactly.
All right. I can't wait to see that movie. I can't wait. Is it going to get a theatrical release, or is it going to go straight to Netflix, do you think? It might go straight to
A
Netflix.
red box
I don't know.
special.
All right, we're going to play a game. I need one person other than Natalie. Nose goes. That's Logan. All right, Logan. We're going to play a game called Press Conference. I'm going to open up a breakout room. We're going to send Logan out of the room. While Logan is out of the room, I am going to give Logan a task. Logan is going to be the manager, the handler for a celebrity. And Logan is going to have to come back. Logan, can you accept the breakout room invitation?
I've yet to receive one.
Oh,
Got the wrong Logan.
send it to the wrong Logan. God bless America. There we go. All right. While Logan is in the breakout room, we're going to come up with a celebrity that Logan is in charge of, and that celebrity has done something. Logan is going to come out and hold a press conference, either congratulating his client or apologizing for his client. I don't know what it will be, but these 5 people will be members of the press corps trying to drop subtle hints through their questions about what it is that Logan's client has done. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a dark day in the world of Japanimation. Apparently, California PG&E, they weren't the bad guys. Turns out that Pikachu from Pokemon, turns out that Pikachu has been responsible for all of the recent California wildfires. Yeah, that's not good. So I imagine you're going to have some questions for his manager. Here he comes. He'll be joining us in just a second. I assume he'll start with a statement.
Thank you all for coming here today. My client is regretful, but they confess nothing. I'll be taking questions now. Sarah.
Yes, hello. I am Miss O'Reilly from the channel news station, undisclosed channel, where we have to catch all the stories. Is it true that your client did not know what he was doing, or did he do this with malintent?
My client is an angel, and they would never do anything with malintent. I can say that. Charlie.
Yes, my name is Charlie Busker. I am from Pocket News. And just one thing. When is the last time your client has been under proper supervision?
Oh, well, his parents are always with them. I think they're always under some sort of supervision. You know, we don't like to let this person go wild, you know what I mean? Dylan.
Good evening. I am Dylan Bart from Channel 76. Would you say that your client's rather sparky temperament caused such a devastating impact? And if so, why?
Well, I don't think there was any consequences to his actions. I think everyone is overreacting, and this has been blown out of proportion. Thank you. Cassidy.
Yeah, hey, it's Cassidy from Los Angeles Weekly, and like I was just wondering, doesn't your client have like friends who live there? Like that was kind of rude. I don't know. Maybe that's like maybe what I'm thinking, but I just think that was kind of rude and like it's I don't know. What do you have to say for that?
His friends, I don't think he did anything bad to his friends. My client cares about their friends immensely and would never do anything to harm them. Natalie?
Hi, Natalie Holm with Environmentalist Daily. Would you, I think we need to hear about the motivation. Would you say your client had a lot of energy balled up? Has this been a long time coming?
Well, he does have a lot of energy. I can tell you that. I'm not sure if this is like a Pokemon or something, but Sarah?
Hello, Sarah, with the new news reports. Did your client peek and choose these actions, or did he simply do them on accident?
Well, Pikachu, as you know, has no control of his powers. He only does what his trainer tells him to. So if you want to blame it on anyone, blame it on Ash. Dylan?
Are you implying that Pikachu had no say in this matter and that his owner, Ash, is responsible for the event that caused gratuitous amounts of his namesake?
Well, it sounds like Pikachu burnt something down. Possibly a hospital. But he just does what is asked of him. He has no control over his own actions. So yes, I am implying Ash did this. Charlie.
I just have another question. What does this have to say about the state of the Pokemon League? I mean, if we have certain events like this, these creatures who are destroying the world, the environment, like what will this lead to in the future?
So it seems Pikachu caused a forest fire. Perhaps.
I'm going to give it to you. Yeah, Pikachu was responsible for all of the California wildfires. Not PG&E. I think that's the name of the group. All right. Give me two actors. Cassidy and I'm going to go with Natalie. Cassidy and Natalie. Come on in, Cassidy and Natalie. All right. Cassidy and Natalie are going to play one of my favorite new games that we've been doing this year. It's a game called Show and Tell. Right now, I'm going to have Cassidy and Natalie mute their screens and run around their rooms, their basements, wherever they're broadcasting from. And they're going to grab a couple, 2 or 3 random objects that they might have lying around. When they come back, they're going to do a normal scene. But nonchalantly, they're going to raise one of the objects up into focus. And the other person is going to have to use the qualities, the characteristics of whatever object they grab in the scene. They're going to have to bring it into the scene as subtly as they can. All right, so Cassidy and Natalie, you guys are back. Fantastic. So here we have 2 high school students on a Zoom call. Well, that's mind-blowing, that in and of itself, right? We have 2 high school students on a Zoom class session. You've just been put in a breakout room and you're a little worried about your teacher. Your teacher's been exhibiting some bizarre behaviors of late, and you guys are going to hash that out when you're probably supposed to be doing the work you're assigned.
Hi. Okay. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay.
A little fuzzy though.
Yeah, I know. My internet connection's kind of unstable right now, but we'll work through it.
I know we're supposed to be doing our work right now and all that stuff, but I just need to know if you're seeing the problems that I'm seeing.
Yeah, I know. I am.
This class is a nightmare.
I hate it. I don't like want to drop out, but I can't. Like it's an assigned class, you know. It's just
it's a nightmare for a reason.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Like
I mean, it's like let's just address the elephant in the room. I mean,
exactly.
She's been assigning Miss Russo has been assigning way too much homework. I literally am up to like midnight every night, and I just don't know what to do anymore. I hate it, you know?
I don't know what's going on with her. It seems like maybe she's got a lot bottled up inside. Some
Yeah.
problem. She might have to work out at home. I mean, who are we to judge? Maybe her kids are brats or something.
Yeah, you never know, but still, it's like she should think about the students, you know?
Exactly.
It's so stressful. And we have, you know, it's just like, I feel like all these problems are just kind of scrunched up inside me. And I don't know. I have so much work for other classes too. And I just feel like she doesn't take my feelings into consideration.
Exactly. I mean, it's obvious there's a problem. And
Yeah.
I think we need to highlight this problem to the administration. I think they need to see, like, loud and clear what's going on.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's an issue. And I mean, I don't want her to get fired or anything, but like, I just think she needs to limit our workload.
I totally agree. I mean,
the amount of notes we've had to take this past week, like she's trying to cram it all in before the semester ends, but
all those stupid videos where you can barely hear her.
I know, that gets on my nerves.
The holiday season is coming up, and most of my teachers are giving less homework.
Me too, yeah.
Shouldn't she just be following suit?
I know, it gets on my nerves.
I feel like she's giving us more.
She is. And I don't know if she's just trying to cram it all in or anything, but like, and she's giving us a huge final. I mean, it's just like, and my pen's running out of ink, and we're only allowed to use pens in this project. And like, I don't know, we're just going through a hard time right now. And I don't even know if I can go to the store to buy new pens. It's just like, couldn't she be more leniable? I don't know how to speak, but
don't let her hear. She'll come and attack you.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's not the word.
Girls, what are you talking about? All right, good job. I legit think that conversation has happened probably like 400 times this semester at LT alone. All right, well done. I need 2 more actors, please. 2 more actors. We'll take Chusker and Sarah for this one. All right, Chusker and Sarah, you guys are going to play one of my favorite old actor torture games. It's a game called Letter Switch. These games are no fun for the actors, but they're a bunch of fun for me because I like to watch children in pain. All right, you guys are going to play Letter Switch. In Letter Switch, they're going to have to reverse the sounds of a letter, switch it with another letter, or make another sound entirely, and we'll make it happen that way. So, one of you is getting help from the other with a home improvement project. All right, one of you is getting help from the other with a home improvement project. Charlie, every O in every word you have, every O is going to get turned to a long E sound. All right? So every O, so you go to what high school? What high school do you go to?
So wait, Laines, Teenship,
Laines Teenship,
High Skill.
High Skill. Okay, good. All right, and Sarah, every S you have is actually going to get turned to a silent P. So you're just not going to make any S noises. Anytime there's an S, you're not going to make it. So what's your name again?
Era.
That right. All right. So one of you is getting help from the other with a home improvement project. Take it away.
Helly there. Do ye need help?
I am oh glad you came. I need oh much help on the project right now. I'm trying to install a new ink.
Interesting. Let's take a leak.
Yeah, let take a look.
It seems ye're Eeld sink is not or neat. We are king, right?
Yeah, because there is just a hole in the floor where the ink should be. No, hould be.
Ah,
Just a hole.
yes, there is a heel. It would be, or it would be mighty convenient if we put a sink there.
It is a very big inconvenience, and it very, very bad. I need one very badly.
All right, here's the deal. This might take a few days. Fear me, T, G, T, the, to the Weirk sheep and get a new sink. I'll see ye need T pick in eat.
A few days. Yeah, I can't wait a few days. I need to make lasagna. How can I make lasagna without my ink?
Well, T bad. I will not, or will neat judge ye fear your lasagna making methods.
I will ooh.
Stop it. Oh, La Anya. Oh, La Anya. Oh, that was super painful. Thank you for indulging me. All right, give me all of you guys back up. Give me all 6 of you back. We are going to round out this set with one of my favorite new games to round out a set with. It is a little ditty called Objection. All righty, now in the game of Objection, one of you is going to be very judgmental. Who's feeling judgmental? Who's feeling judgy tonight? Ooh, Sarah, always judgmental. All right, so Sarah is feeling judgmental. Sarah is going to overrule or sustain what the actor's objections are. Logan, you are going to start us out. Logan is very passionate about hair flipping. And so Logan is going to tell the judge about the benefits of hair flipping. And anytime any of the actors have an objection, you guys can speak up, and Sarah will sustain or overrule. Enjoy.
Well, the first thing I like about hair flipping is that it really gets the air going through your hair, you know, just a nice breeze through the scalp. It's like a massage. It feels really nice. Another good side effect, of course, is that it's just very attractive, you know. Oh, you know, give them a hair flip and a little wink. Works like a charm. I've never tried it though.
Objection. The buzz cut is superior to the long hair.
Sustained.
You see, I have long hair. I mean, that is a given. But the thing is, you know, I wish I didn't have long hair, because long hair, you know, sometimes I can't even see. And, you know, sometimes people just want to see my big, beautiful eyes, you know. Sometimes people want to see my nice ears, you know. And then with the long hair, you just can't accomplish that. So what you need is, you need the buzz cut. You know, anybody can rock.
If you have long hair, people can still see your eyes and ears. You just have to put your hair back. It's not that hard.
Sustained.
See, you know, it's Charlie was saying that, you know, if you have long hair, it goes in front of your eyes. See, that's not the case. I have pretty long hair for a girl, and, you know, I just put it behind like that, and You can see my ears. You can see me. You can see my eyes.
Objection! Some people have really flat ears and it's hard to tuck their hair behind it.
Overruled.
Yeah, see, thank you. So it's really simple, and that's why I actually think long hair is better than buzz cut because, it
Objection.
Objection.
Yes.
That's not the reason you think long hair is better than buzz cut. You think that long hair is better than buzz cut because it is long.
Sustained.
All right. She thinks that long hair is better than a buzz cut because it's longer and heavier and sits better on the back of the neck. This is not necessarily the case. It is not necessarily better longer, but she thinks it is because she has never had buzz hair. So maybe something that she should try is
objection.
Yes, Cassidy?
When I was a baby, I had no hair, so I do know what it's like.
Overruled.
As I was saying, Cassidy Monty does not know what it's like to have short hair.
Objection. How dare you assume that she didn't have short hair?
Sustained.
You see, we can't just make these stereotypes of, the ladies having long hair. I mean, the thing is, buzz cuts they're pretty awesome. Anybody can have a buzz cut.
Objection. Buzz cuts are not awesome.
Sustained.
Thank you. Buzz cuts are not the superior hairstyle for men, women, however you identify. Clearly, the best haircut is like a mid-length because it flatters everyone. You can still put it in a small ponytail if that's your thing. You can wear it down if that's your thing.
Objection!
Yes, Logan?
Long is good. Long, I can put my hands in it and I can rub.
Sustained.
I can get my fingers in there and just, it feels really cool. And then I can flip it. And you know how much I love hair flipping. I do it all the time. I did it more than 5 times.
Objection.
Yes.
Putting your hand through your hair is overrated.
Overruled.
It is not overrated. It is perfectly rated. And it is rated a 10 out of 10, which is exactly look at how nice.
Objection.
Objection.
Dylan?
Running your hands through your hair does not give you the feeling of a 10 out of 10.
Overruled. Back to you, Logan.
All right. So when I just want to calm down a little, I put my hands in my hair.
Objection. You can't do a number score for hair.
Sustained.
I mean, why does everything have to be numbers, people? I mean, come on. Why can't you just go up to somebody and say, you got pretty good hair? I mean, why can't we do that? I mean, the thing is, when they go with all the very specific numbers, especially if they're doing point ratings, your hair is an 8.5 out of 10. I don't know how to feel about that.
Objection.
Natalie?
This is court. We need specific numbers.
Sustained.
Now, it might work if you're just approaching someone random on the street to be like, oh, I like your hair. It's pretty cool. But in court, we need numbers. We need facts. I mean, imagine if this was a worst case. He might have murdered him. Come on. We need the times. We need the dates. This is just the same. It's court nonetheless. All the court rules stand.
Objection.
Dylan?
Murder does not equate to the ranking of the length of somebody's hair.
Sustained.
And that will close us out. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, everybody watching at home. We're going to take a brief break and we will start another show right back up at 8 o'clock. Can I have all the actors from this set please show your faces one more time? Because I personally want to give you a big round of applause. Even though you cannot hear them, there are throngs of people across this great land and around the world applauding for you right now. Everybody else that was in the show from the night, if you're still here, you should still be here. Pop yourselves onto our screen. There they come. Look at them all coming out of the woodwork. Oh my God, they all dress the same. All right, thank you all.
Hey guys, this is so embarrassing. We all showed up wearing the same shirt.
Oh my God, guys, what are we doing?
Oh, wait till tomorrow when you still have the same shirt on. All right. Thank you all, everybody watching at home on your sofas. And we'll do the same thing again, but different tomorrow night at 7. Hope to see you again. Take care. Thank you.